Hey, good evening there, Sweet Peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra, and I know it's dark. It's like super dark. I ended up having to work late, but I really wanted to get this out. So a lot of things that I have been listening to and reading and hearing kind of around about have talked about the zombies. But they're not talking about the flesh-eating zombies, obviously. They're talking about people that are not prepared, people that have no clue what's going on. They just are kind of in the dark about everything and choose not to acknowledge what's going on around them. When something does happen, the possibility of those people kind of banding together and going out and finding supplies and basically taking your stuff. Now, that is a little bit different than the werewolf preppers. Werewolf preppers are people that understand what's going on. They know what's going on. They kind of have the very minimal, but they don't care because they're prepared to take your stuff purposely. Zombies are just kind of head in the clouds, have no idea what's going on until it happens, and then they completely freak out that things are not available. Now, do I think that we're going to get in that kind of situation where there's going to be nothing and there's going to be like these droves of people going around taking? No, I don't think we're going to get that to that extent. I do, however, think that crime is going to increase and things are going to get theft and stuff like that's going to happen a little bit more frequently. But what do you do if we do end up in that situation? Are you prepared to deal with those zombies that come to your door? Now, a lot of people, being a mom, I'm one of them, have a really hard time with if a mom shows up, especially a single young mom with babies show up at my house. I don't know what I would do. I can't turn them away. I could not turn them away. That would absolutely break my heart. So, what do you do? Ooh, sorry, cars coming at me. What do you do in the meantime? Well, few options that you can discuss, and you have to figure out what's right for you and your family. So a lot of it is going to depend on what area you live in. If you live out in the middle of nowhere, you're very, very remote, nobody can find you, you're going to have less chance of that happening. Now, if you live in town, you live in an apartment, more chance of people trying to get what you have. So what do you do? There's some thought that, okay, you put aside certain very, very inexpensive things, just like the basics, like pasta and spaghetti sauce, maybe some ibuprofen and Tylenol. You can get bottles for like $2, $3. You can get bottles at the dollar store, throw in a tub, and that is your expendable tub. And basically, those that come to you and say, hey, I need something, you give them a few of your expendables, and they kind of go off. You say, hey, that's all I have nothing else, but I can give you this, and they go off. Now, the problem with that is they can either come back for more because they think you have more, or when they're out and about, they can say, hey, this is all I have, but if you go to this house, they've got lots of stuff and they'll give you things, and then you end up with more people, then you end up with a big problem. So you have to decide for yourself and your family what's going to be best for you, and you have to look at the security that you have with your preparedness type things and your property and your family, okay? So prepare for the zombies that are out there, and what's your plan if that happens? Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, anybody shows up on my property, I'm just going to off them. Like, I'm not even going to, that's easier said than done, especially if you look out your window and you see kids out there. Really, now, sad part is, some people in desperate situations will use those kids as a proxy or use them as bait or whatever the situation. So, you have to decide what is right for you and your family. Now, like I said, I don't think that we're going to get into that situation. I don't think it's going to get that bad that we're there. But once again, I'm just going to say food, water, medication, food, water, medication, food, water, medication, specifically food and medication. Stock as much as you can. My husband, little funny story, my husband did not really believe me, like with my preparedness stuff. He's like, oh, why you're spending money on this? I don't say, really, there is like, why are you doing this? Until the other night. Unfortunately, he has a major sinus infection. We've had some sinus stuff going on, so no, it's not that dreaded C thing, but just sinus stuff going on. And we were using Mucinex, like the strongest of the strong that we can use, and happened to be almost out. He's like, well, I'm going to go and pick up my prescription. okay, sure, at the drugstore. He goes, while I'm there, I'm going to pick some of this up. Okay, good luck with that, if you can find it. So he calls me, he goes, there is only one box left of what we used. And I said, okay, so I grabbed it. Okay, great. He goes, now there's this other box, and he had left the aisle, mind you. He goes, well, there was a couple other boxes of, and I said, if you can grab it, get it. If you can find it, get it. He went back, it was already gone. He walked 2 aisles over and walked back, and it was already gone. And he didn't realize how much things were. He said he did actually find a couple other boxes of some of the other generic stuff. I'm like, you know what, if you can get it, grab it. 3 boxes of medication. And it was about $65 for 3 boxes of over-the-counter medication. He was like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, yeah, it is ridiculous. So he now believes me in what I'm doing and has not said one word about stuff that I bring home. He has not said one word. He just, okay, this is what we're doing. Okay. Which I think is very funny. But, just keep stocking up, and your family plan needs to include what is your plan if something like that happens. If you need to start upping your security to make sure that you're either hiding things good, or you are, ooh, that got really bright, or you are not just hiding things, but you're storing things differently. You have different places, different areas, you're concealing stuff. That's what I was trying to think of, concealing. So whatever you need to do, go ahead and have a plan and start doing it right now. But for the most part, make sure that you and your family are taken care of. Make sure that you and your family are the first people that are being taken care of. Everyone else is going to come secondary. If they come at all, your family comes first and foremost. So food, water, medication, continue to stock up. Once again, if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. I hope you guys have a wonderful and amazing evening, and I will talk to you next time.